If you're just joining us, the January 6th committee has voted to subpoena Donald Trump. The 10th hearings kicked off this afternoon at 1 p.m. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, the Republican co-chair of the committee, accused Trump of obstruction. And not only that, witness tampering.
As the chairman mentioned, we've received new and voluminous documentation from the Secret Service, which we continue to analyze. We've received new witness testimony, including about efforts to obstruct our investigation and conceal key facts.
Witness tampering. Witness tampering. They've talked about this throughout the hearings, that Trump was talking to witnesses and telling them not to be a rat. The committee cannot prosecute, obviously, but they can make a criminal referral to the Justice Department. And I suspect, and what do I know? I suspect they will make a criminal referral regarding witness tampering. If there's one thing you can prosecute Donald Trump on, it's obstruction of justice, witness tampering. Even part 2 of the Mueller report said that. Mueller laid out a prosecutorial plan in part 2 of the Mueller report on how to convict Donald Trump of obstruction of justice. But the Attorney General at the time, Mr. Barr, wasn't interested. Liz Cheney then went on to say that the committee, the January 6th committee, has gotten to the bottom of January 6th and knows who exactly is responsible for the insurrection.
The vast weight of evidence presented so far has shown us that the central cause of January 6th was one man, Donald Trump, whom many others followed. None of this would have happened without him. He was personally and substantially involved in all of it.
That's Liz Cheney today, who then went on to say that Donald Trump knew he was going to lose and that he hatched a plan weeks, if not months, in advance.
Today, we will focus on President Trump's state of mind, his intent, his motivations, and how he spurred others to do his bidding, and how another January 6th could happen again if we do not take necessary action to prevent it.
It would be nice if we took the necessary action to prevent another illegal invasion of Iraq. We could do that by marching Liz Cheney's father before the International Criminal Court, but I digress. Please continue.
President Trump had a premeditated plan to declare that the election was fraudulent and stolen before Election Day.
Okay, you keep saying that. You need to back it up, and back it up the committee did today. This was pretty stunning. Today, Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren played an audio clip that pretty much seals the case shut. It makes you wonder, why aren't all these people behind bars?
And just a few days before the election, Steve Bannon, a former Trump chief White House strategist and outside advisor to President Trump, spoke to a group of his associates from China and said this.
And what Trump's going to do is just declare victory, right? He's going to declare victory. But that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner. The Democrats, more of our people vote early that count. Theirs voted mail. And so they're going to have a natural disadvantage, and Trump's going to take advantage of it. That's our strategy. He's going to declare himself a winner. So when you wake up Wednesday morning, it's going to be a firestorm. Also, if Trump is losing by 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be even crazier. No, because he's going to sit right there and say they stole it.
Agree.
I'm directing the Attorney General to shut down all ballot places in all 50 states. It's going to be no. He's not going out easy. If Biden's winning, Trump is going to do some crazy shit.
As you know, Mr. Bannon refused to testify in our investigation. He's been convicted of criminal contempt of Congress, and he's awaiting sentencing.
That is game, set, match. I don't know if you watched the hearings today, but you play a clip like that of Steve Bannon. What else is there to know? I don't know how much more evidence we need. If this were any other crew, they would all be thrown into prison. If this were any other country, they would be in prison. So, Trump.
He made his stolen election claims.
Hang on, sorry. So Trump will be subpoenaed and asked to testify. He could play out the clock. with the subpoena. He's probably hoping the GOP wins the House next month, and they will obviously shut down this investigation and reopen a new investigation into Hunter Biden. The problem for Trump is he lives for this. He is a different kind of animal, and an actual animal. He loves being the center of attention. He does. Well, let's listen to more of Liz Cheney.
He made his stolen election claims on election night against the advice of his campaign without any evidence in hand. Then, over the next 2 months, he sought to find those who would help him invent and spread lies about the widespread fraud.
Well, you need evidence to say that, Liz Cheney. And here, once again, is Congressman Zoe Lofgren presenting evidence that Trump advisor Roger Stone couldn't care less if Trump was going to win or lose. He believes might makes right.
Now, recently, the Select Committee got footage of Mr. Stone before and after the election from Danish filmmaker Christopher Gilbranson, pursuant to a subpoena. Right before the election, here's Roger Stone talking about what President Trump would do after the election.
Awesome. Let's just hope we're celebrating. I really do suspect it'll still be up in the air. But when that happens, the key thing to do is to claim victory. Possession is 9/10 of the law. No, we won. Fuck you. Sorry, over. We won. Yeah. You're wrong. Fuck you. ABC. I said, fuck the Lord, and let's get right to the violence. That's what I'm It's no fault. Start smashing pumpkins, if you know what I mean.
I don't know how brazen you could possibly, any more brazen you could possibly be. I mean, they're just doing it right in the open. They are the gang that can't shoot straight. These are incompetents. These are mediocrities. Bannon, Stone, Trump, and everybody he surrounds himself with. It's a slam dunk. It's so easy to convict them, and yet they're still walking free. They're still I don't know how much more evidence you need. Again, if this were any other country, we wouldn't be talking about this. So, yeah, Trump loves attention. He loves the attention, bad or good, doesn't matter. Just as long as people notice him, kind of like me. I'm kind of like Trump, only he's better at it than I am. And he's getting his wish. He's getting the attention that he wants. He's like that kid in, that's not who I want to look at. He's getting his wish. Think about the bad kids you went to school with when you were younger. That's who Trump is. They would always act out because they were starved for love. And in lieu of love, they take attention, good or bad. And Trump is getting his wish. He is getting his wish. He's getting attention. U.S. District Judge Lewis A. Kaplan in Manhattan ruled yesterday that Trump must testify under oath next week in a defamation lawsuit filed by E. Jean Carroll. She's the journalist who accused Trump of raping her inside a Manhattan clothing store back in the 90s. She is now 78 and is able to supersede the statute of limitations on that rape due to New York State's recently passed Adult Survivors Act, which now allows rape victims to sue for civil damages no matter when that rape occurred. Trump, like the 13-year-old he is, issued a statement yesterday where he said, once again, quote, "This woman is not my type." The 13-year-old talking about rape. Meanwhile, Vets for Trump co-founder Joshua Macias and co-defendant Antonio LaMotta were convicted today of bringing assault weapons to Philadelphia without a permit on November 5th, 2020, as votes in the presidential election were being counted. Prosecutors were hoping to convict them on election interference. The two men could face 18 months in jail. LaMotta is also facing misdemeanor charges of illegal entry of the Capitol on January 6. Prosecutors say the two men drove from Virginia to Philadelphia on Election Day, where they were stopped by police after an FBI tip. The two men were found to be carrying handguns, an AR-15, ammunition, and several QAnon stickers, or as Ted Nugent calls all that, a picnic basket.